Hey guys, Thomas28 here. Today I'm bringing you some more early access greatness, this time looking at RimWorld, a colony simulator by Tynan Sylvester. RimWorld is how I would say it is a colony simulator, as it says. It gives you the Dwarf Fortress experience with better graphics and a lot easier to digest mechanics and a difficulty curve that's very slow but also very high. The skill ceiling for this game is so high it will take you a long time to master it, but getting there is what's so fun, and once you get there it's even more fun. Going into the options, you can see game volume all the way down or all the way back up if you'd like, music volume all the way back up or all the way back down or back up but down. For me it's usually too loud. As you can see, custom cursor is available. You can turn that off if you'd like. This one's fine, it's just a white triangle. Full screen is available. UI scale, if you have a larger monitor or running at a larger resolution, you can bring it up. Hats only shown on the game map. That's if you don't really want the hats to be seen everywhere. Keyboard configuration, you can change every single key. You can give them 2 options. Choose the language. Tons of different languages available. You got your English, got your French, Dutch, Italian, Polish, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, and Spanish Part 2, the sequel. You can check out all their save data available there. The learning helper, you can turn that on or off if you think, well, at this point I think I've gotten a pretty good grasp on what I'm trying to do here. I think I got a pretty good grasp, so I don't need the helper anymore. Run in background, that's when I tab out. It'll keep running if you want it to. Pause on load, urgent letter, real-time clock. You need that extra FPS, you can turn off one sway. Maximum colonies. It's designed to be played with 1 player colony at a time, though it's possible to have more. This will cause performance slowdowns and gameplay imbalances. We recommend that at first you play with 1 colony maximum. So you can change that if you'd like. Temperature mode, Fahrenheit, Kelvin, Celsius, autosave interval, 1 day, half a day, 3 days. 1 day's pretty good. You don't really want to change that unless you're doing like a hardcore run, in which case you want to save probably every half day. That case, if there's any bugs, you're always gonna have like that good save spot. Show animal names, tamed or tame all. None, I don't really care. Development mode, probably not for you. Names of player created characters you want. So say I wanted my character, I could just type in James. And then I'm like, okay, so I want this guy to show up all the time. Didn't mean to close that. And then he will. So closing it now. Mods, there is massive mod support. One of the most popular mods I think that exists right now is the Cthulhu mod. It takes the skill ceiling and puts it to an 11. It's that great. Personally, the game updated recently, so I don't have it anymore, but it is available if you'd like. And let's just get right in it and show you how it works. Choosing a scenario. This is basically the story of your colony. Crash Lander. This is the classic experience. You start with 3 people, a good amount of materials on the map. There's some extra materials as well. Lost Tribe. You get 5 tribes people. It's more difficult because the tribesmen, you don't get a lot of money and you research a lot slower. You also are gated by a lot of technology that you normally would have with the crash landed people, because your tribes people, you don't understand how to make a fully automated AI turret that can shoot at people. So that's more medium. The Rich Explorer, 1 person. You get 1 person. You automatically start with gun turrets to help you out, a bunch of money, extremely good medicine, a random pet, a very good weapon, and very good weaponry and items to start. So it's extremely difficult because you have 1 person, so it's going to take you a lot longer to do everything. But if you've been playing for a while and you're like, I want something hard, you're going to jump into the Rich Explorer. For the purpose of this video, we're just going to do Crash Landed. Now we're going to go next, and now you choose your AI storyteller. As you can see here, there are 3: Cassandra Classic, Phoebe Chillax, and Randy Random. Each one creates, as you can see here, creates events like pirate rage, resource drops, or animal attacks. Their choices will affect the story of your colony. You can change these settings at any time. As you can see, Cassandra Classic creates story events on a steady increasing curve of challenge and tension. Phoebe Chillax gives lots of time between disasters to relax, build your colony, but at high difficulties, she'll still hit as hard as anyone else. And Randy Random. He doesn't follow the rules, he'll generate random events, and he doesn't care if they make the story triumph or utter hopelessness. It's all drama to him. This guy is when you want a hard experience. He will just pummel you with raids and random events until you die because he doesn't care. He wants you to fail. He doesn't care if you triumph. As you can see, it's all drama to him. It's just a story. But for this, we're just going to go with Cassandra. She'll probably be the one you also play if you do give this a shot. I'm going to go for right now just base builder. We're going to jump right in. You get your seed. It's random. You can randomize it yourself. Globe coverage, 30, 50, or 100%. We're going to keep it at 30. You really don't need anything greater than 30 anyway. Overall rainfall, you can keep rainfall and temperature at normal, unless you want something else. And now you generate the world. What this will do, it's going to generate a planet. With 30%, it's only going to generate 30% of the surface area of the planet, and that will be where you play as. As you can see, this is 38% of the planet. You can navigate around with the arrow keys, and if you see I try to go around, you can, but the rest of the planet is dark. It doesn't exist. You only have access to 30% of it for purpose of saving memory and that kind of stuff. Since really with a planet this size, you don't even need more than that. Zooming in, you can zoom in that much and you can see what's going on. This is a desert area. You can see there's an ancient asphalt road, a thief's crag, a tyranny village, all this dangerous stuff. So for a beginner, a place you might want to start off is a temperate rainforest. Well, that's just a temperate forest. Where is the rainforest? It's around the center. Tropical rainforest. There we go. Tropical rainforest. As you can see, this one's between two rivers. Every great civilization started between two rivers, and you can see why. You can also just start with a river in between it, big one like so, mountain. And why I say this is best for beginners, rainforests don't have a winter, which means you have 4 seasons where you'll be pretty good with surviving. So let's jump right in there and see what's going on. So once you do that, you create your characters. You start off with 3 in the scenario I chose, and you can see their statistics and what they do. Childhood, he was a cult child. That gives him -3 to medicine, but +5 to artistic. Adulthood, he was an herbalist, so -2 to social, +4 to medicine, +4 to growing. But he's also incapable of intellectual. What that means is something. It doesn't have a tooltip, but you can see it right here. Investigating evidence, making connections, calculating and using logic. He's not the smartest man. He can't grasp a lot of things as better as most people. May computer. You see, she was a child spy. She's a human computer, but because of that, she is incapable of being artistic. And Hurdle the adventurer. He was an adventuring child, so he has +2 to construction, +3 to crafting. They also have traits, like his, psychically deaf. Because of that, he is buffed against psychic attacks. He is not affected by them in the slightest. But he's also a brawler, which means he's not really great with a gun. He wants to fight with his fists or just a melee weapon. You can randomize him as many times as you like, but you're never going to get a perfect character, so don't try to roll for one. It's all about taking who you have and doing your best. Now getting into the map here, we're going to see what the gameplay looks like just a bit, probably for 5 minutes. And this is where the storytelling comes in. The 3 of you awake in your crypto-sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens and ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before the ship is torn apart. Sometime later, you land on this unknown RimWorld. As pieces of the shredded starship fall behind you, around you I mean, you start making plans to survive. Okay, thank you for that. The music is pretty good, you have to admit. Pausing there. You pause with the spacebar. As you can see, we landed with our 3 colonists and a nice little Yorkshire Terrier named Wilhelmina, age 7. You can also slaughter it if you need the food. So this is the game world. You can zoom out that much. and really look around. You can pause time with the space bar or click the pause symbol at right on the bottom right left, and you can look around and see what's there to do. Key things to look for: animals in the world, such as this cassowary, the type of trees, these marsh areas. Let's see if we can find rich soil, which increases how fast you grow plants. Look, some more animals, some boomalopes. They explode on contact. Don't mess with them. And once you do that, you're gonna want to collect all your stuff here. So as you can see, there is wood, some steel, some packaged survival meals. You definitely want those. You want your people to be able to eat. It's a colony survival simulator, so you need to get your people as much food as possible. So you're gonna want to unforbid all these items here. Double clicking, well, like so, yeah, like so. We'll select all the stuff that's similar. F to unforbid items, components, wood. Gonna get all this wood here, all that steel, like so. Let's see, the guns. No, not May. I want the gun. There we go. Bolt action rifle, the medicine, silver, a knife. Clicking on a person and right clicking on an object gives you some options, such as I want her to equip the pistol, so she'll do that. Equip the rifle, and you equip the knife, and then they do that, albeit slowly. And now you're probably wondering, well, what is there to do? The tutorial will walk you through everything, so I'll do it very basically. You're going to give them orders. You can also zone areas. Since I want them to grab all that stuff and move it around, I'm going to create a stockpile zone right here. I basically told them, take all this stuff that I told you you can now grab and move it there. Orders, you can tell them to mine. That will tell them to remove that block there. Haul things like these big heavy rocks, cut plants, chop wood, harvest plants, hunt, slaughter. Tons of options. It'll take you a long time to run out of things you can tell them to do. And as you can see, that was only 2 tabs of this major architects tab here. You can also build structures, production, for other stuff. Oh, I don't want to do that. Furniture, your people need a place to sleep, they need light, they need comfort on this RimWorld. So we're going to speed up time by hitting that 3. As you can see, now they're moving 3 times as fast, grabbing all this stuff and moving it around. This person is breaking this. You can see very slowly. She is an old woman. I don't know why they're making her do it. Which brings you to the next part. Now I'm going to add that to the stockpile zone. The work. In the beginning, you're going to want to keep it basic with just the checkboxes. Once you get more advanced, you're going to click manual priorities. This will let you assign a number 1 through 4. Is it 4 or 5? Yeah, 1 through 4. To tell them what to do. 1 is the highest priority, 4 being the lowest. Now as you can see, only 1 person has mining active. But as you can see, there's a little fire right there. That means they get a bonus to learning experience in that. So you're going to want this York to have a 2 in mining. He should be the first one to do any mining because he'll get the biggest bonus and benefit out of it. We'll add a 3 to the other 2 so that they know if there's mining needs to be done, they'll do it, but they'll do it before other things. Doctor, May's the best at it, so she'll have a 2 there. Handling, that's animals. She's the best at it, she'll have a 2 there. Hunting, also a 2 there. 2 there, that's how I basically start it in the beginning. I basically look where the fire is and assign those people with the highest amount, and we'll keep going. Now, it did say our colonist needs beds, so we're gonna create a structure. Are we gonna, no, what we're gonna do is we're gonna dig into this wall here. Orders, mine. Gonna dig 1 long tunnel. And then we're gonna go in like that. So now they're gonna dig a room, and we're gonna put a door and make some beds there. Looking at the right, it shows many things that you're gonna need to know, such as a brawler has a ranged weapon. If this happens, a brawler is gonna be unhappy with that. He doesn't want a ranged weapon, he wants to fight with his fists. So you can click on it and see May does not want a bolt action rifle. She wants to fight with her fists. So who has a knife? this guy does. So we're going to check his character. And he's lazy and a misogynist. So he really dislikes and distrusts women. Wow. But we can make him drop the weapon. Drop the plasteel knife. Drop the bolt action rifle. Continue time. Unforbid. Unforbid. Mei will now grab the knife. York will now grab the rifle. And now they're both fine. But that's also really dumb. Because now Mei says, I'm a hunter and I don't have a ranged weapon. Which means we're not going to let her hunt. We're going to shut that off. And we're going to continue to watch them build. So as you can see, they are now digging into this, but they got hungry. They need to eat food to survive. But we're going to continue with this wall and build their first home. We're going to put a door like so. And they're going to build, someone's going to build a door there using the wood. That tells them that this is a nice place to stay and they're going to be safe there. Furniture, we're going to have to add some beds. One bed there for now. We're going to add a torch for some light and comfort. It is already 18 hours, which means they're running out of time. They need more beds before they go to bed. So now we have 2 more beds here, and they're all going to go to sleep after they finish their mining operation. You do not want to let them sleep on the floor because they wake up with a bad back, and they're a bit unhappy about that. So you want to make sure they all have a bed before the first night ends. It doesn't look like it though. Not assign a constructing, that's not good. So we're going to make all 3 of them have constructing available, because if I had done so before, he wouldn't be sleeping on the floor. When he wakes up, you can see what that does to his health, I believe. Or is it social? It's one of these. I forget which. Ah, here it is. Under needs. Uncomfortable. I slept on the ground. That's -4 to his happiness. You do not want them to be unhappy, because when they're unhappy, they have a psychotic break. Now, let's see. Does he have anything that would make him... No, he's fine. Let's see if we can find someone that has one. Trigger happy, a night owl, jealous, Mei, bloodlust, fast walker, brawler. Okay, so none of them have something extremely dangerous, such as a mental break, pyromaniac. They like to light stuff on fire when they're very, very unhappy. You definitely don't want that to happen. So now York's gonna wake up, and this is the beginning of something new. They're gonna live here. They're gonna try to survive. They're probably not going to survive, but they're going to try to survive. If you want to get started on this game, the best thing you can do is move into a mountain, because you get the walls already. You don't have to build them yourself. Having the walls like that does have an unhappiness. No, has a minus to beauty. You can view that here with the beauty button. And you can see, oh, the beauty here, -2.8. Terrible. So there's a bunch of rocks in here. The walls are a -1. It's not clean. Oh, well. Still impoverished, though. You can go outside and see how ugly this place is. But as your colony grows, you're going to build up this community. You're going to get more efficient. And you're going to see how big of a society you can build before it goes to utter shit. Such as in the event of the mechanoid creatures that will raid your colony. Let's see, what else can raid you? There are the mechanoids, very big, dangerous robots that will kill you. There's slavers. They come in large groups to come and steal your people and sell them on the black market. Tribal men. They don't like no strangers on their land. So they're gonna come and try to murder you. Don't forget the roaches. Although I said living in a mountain is very effective because it's quicker, roaches also live in the mountain, and they don't like sharing that space. They also have a penchant for human flesh, so they will try to eat you. But even though there's all those dangers, there are good to be found. There are people willing to help you. You'll come across traders. You'll come across others that live on this RimWorld that have the same hardships as you and want to trade and help out. can buy new weapons. You can figure out what you're wanting to do with your colony. You're gonna mine more iron. You're gonna build up your trading empire. You're gonna sell people. You're gonna join the tribalists. You're gonna become man-eaters. You're gonna join the mechanoid race. Then you're going to install the Lovecraftian horror mod. You're gonna build a cult to Cthulhu. You're gonna let H.P. Lovecraft control your mind as you move towards the end of the society and you worship the god being Cthulhu. You grow out a bunch of tentacles, and then you end up with the best colony on this planet. You take over the planet. You summon the Lord Cthulhu himself and reign supreme as the God Emperor planet of the RimWorld yourself. This is Holmes28 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time.